when you're taking off tape of cropped and dogged Doberman, of a cropped Doberman I should say, you can't just start pulling at the tape because you'll remove the hair. Baby oil is the thing. You douse the ear in baby oil. So you douse the tape in baby oil. And I mean you douse it, you really put loads of it on. Then you leave it for about 5 to 10 minutes, because what happens is it starts to break up the stickiness on this type of tape. If you look at this tape, it's the real sticky stuff. Some people use the other white tape. That's fine if you're going to be changing it every 1 or 2 days. But in the likes of Ola's case, it needs to be kept up for longer. So it needs to stay longer. So as you can see, I've had to make a brace for this dog. Her ears was completely folded over the top of her head. So what I had to do is first get the ear symmetrical, then make the brace, then tape the ear up to the brace. Now, this dog is 8.5 months old. The cartilage is already formed. It's quite hard. It is hard. So it's quite difficult to train now, to retrain the ear. And maybe even impossible. I don't know. Only time will tell. But she's been very good. She was very nervous when she came to me first. But as you can see, she's such a good girl. She's let me do everything now. But as you can see, I'm completely putting on more oil. And then at the top of the ear, I'll pour oil into it because I wanted to go in it from the inside. That's why I leave the tip open. Remember, never cover the top of the tip. It needs air to get to it. And never put the tape on too tight because it needs to be able to circulate. There needs to be a blood flow going to the ear. If you tape it too tight, you'll kill the blood flow to the ear and the tips of the ears will die, especially after surgery. So it's very important you do that. The cropping of a Doberman is and the aftercare of it is it's huge. It's not for everybody. If you're not prepared to make sure that you're going to spend the time making sure that the ears stand up correctly and look good, don't ask for a crop dog, a Doberman in the first place, because it's not for you. It takes a lot of work. I get up to 100 requests every 3 or 4 months for people to come to my house and help them with their dog's ears because they can't seem to do it and something goes wrong. So already, if you notice, look, it's already starting to come off. This without me touching it. Look how much easier that is. So don't rush it. Now, if you notice here, when I pull it, it's still too sticky. So I'll just go like that. Look how much easier it comes off. Yeah? Good girl. Now, remember guys, this dog's ears was completely folded over on the top. It would not stand in any way. So we will see if Mikey has started to work some sort of magic. So you can see now, normally I would leave the tape for at least 5 minutes. This has only been 3-4 minutes. I'd even leave it longer, maybe 10 minutes, to really soak it in. But with a dog like this that's already quite nervous, I just want to crack on with it. And I don't pull it, yeah? I literally let it do its own work. I keep putting the baby oil on and look at that, it just comes off, yeah? So now that is completely off. You stay there, Ola, stay. Here we go, there's a moment of truth, if this is standing up. Oh, there we go. But I can see this ear here is going to turn into the head. But already we are getting much better. So we're going to completely take off the tape. Now, this is the most difficult bit because now the tape is to the ear. This is where we now lift up the top of the tape, pour some oil in it, leave it a minute or two. Same that side, try and get an opening on the top. And anyone that knows all my dogs and all the dogs I've looked after doing with cropping, they never have any hair missing, and their crop's always perfectly straight. A Doberman's ears should be perfectly symmetrical over the top of their head. So yeah, so we'll just let it work its magic in there, the oil. Good girl, Ola. You're such a good girl. Good girl. Now the oil itself will make the ear soft. So it may not stand straight away when you take it off. So don't panic. Don't think, oh, I need to get it back up again straight away. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. So now, because now this is right on the ears again. Put more baby oil in it. And put it liberally. Put lots of it on it. Good girl. And look, now I can get my finger right through it so it's not on the hair. Yeah? Good girl. Show me. Here, let me see what I'm doing. Good girl. Such a good girl. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. This is a lot of work, and this dog has been even more so because its ears was completely over the top of its head. But already I can see it's beginning to stand. So then, the minute that here is done, take off the excess oil off it, dry it off. All the time talking to the dog. Such a good girl. As you can see, I've been talking to the dog throughout the process. It's really important. Because this is a process you could be doing up till, I've seen dogs I've had to do it up until they're 12, 14 months old. And even further on, if the owners haven't been keeping on top of it at the very beginning, from young. Good. So let's have a look at that one. Oh, that looks good. That looks so good, Ola. This is the one I have the bigger concern about because I've spent about between an hour and a half, maybe up to 2 hours, twice a day, massaging the ear, massaging the cartilage, trying to soften it up, trying to retrain the ear. This one was the worst. But oh my God, I think we've got it, haven't we? Let's have a look. It's definitely looking better. Now let's get some more oil in there. What do we just do with the oil, Ola? This side, yes, good girl. So again, we don't want to pull the tape straight off. Get some oil in it. Guys, it's just baby oil. It's normal baby oil. It's not expensive. So I don't understand why people don't have all this stuff in their kit. We'll call it the cropping kit. You've got to have all this materials with you. Now this is the one. This is the ear that was really, really bad. You're such a good girl, Ola, ain't you? You're such a good girl for Mikey, eh? Oh, you are. You're such a good girl. And as you can see, she hasn't moaned once because she's such a good girl. Gonna oil it, clean her off. Okay, that's how it looks. Oh my God, we've started to get it, girl, huh? We've done it. We've started to get it. Yes. Yeah. How do you think that's looking? That's looking good. That's looking really good compared to when you came to me first. So her ears was completely folded over the top of her head. And I mean completely folded over the top of her head. So at the minute I've got stints in here, both sides, to keep the ear trained up. Yeah, look when she goes alert. Oh, that is so good. That is so good, my girl. That is so good, isn't it? What do you think of that? Yeah? The other dogs won't laugh at you now. Yeah, you could say, look at my pretty ears. Look at my pretty ears, yes. Let me just dry off a little bit. She just lets me do anything with her now. And this I've only... Ola's been with me now for, I think... I picked her up on Thursday or Friday, so I think she's only been with me So she's been with me 3 days. Yeah, she's been with me 3 days. We went training yesterday. She had a fantastic session yesterday. She was around about 40 different dogs. Lots of different handlers. Other people handled her, not just me. She'll now go on regular walk-in sessions into London, Trafalgar Square, Soho, St James's Square. The busiest parts of London that I can take her. To start desensitizing her to noise, traffic. Lots of people, lots of screaming people, that type of thing. So we're going to flood her senses a little bit, but it's exactly what this dog needs. You've been fantastic. Yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. Come on then. Good, that is really good. Because before, they were folded right in. That's a bigger problem. At the minute, we don't mind this, what we call the airplane look. Because eventually, also here's another thing, and I don't agree with it, that a lot of the breeders do, and a lot of people all over the world do. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with this brace in the middle. Because what you need to understand is the muscles behind here are not able to move with the brace on it. It's literally forced to stay in the one position. So then what you end up doing is the muscle is trained to stay in one position. And then when the dog becomes alert, the tops of the ears does this. So when they go alert, it goes like this. You get this tipping in of the ears, and that's to do with the brace. So it's very important. And always check the inside of the ear, make sure that there's no infection, make sure that it's all clean. I have something like this, like a wall, easy ear care. Like one of the girls from my club brought this to me yesterday. So, you know, work with people, ask people for help. It is no great shame, guys, asking for help. Not everybody knows everything. I've been doing this now for a long time with Crofton Dock dogs, and I've helped thousands of people, not just 10, 20, 50 or 100. Thousands of people with Crofton Dock dogs. Good girl. How's that? What's that? Oh yes, good. I'm going to keep massaging that ear, yes. Good, that looks good. That looks good. Good, yeah. And here, keep massaging. Get blood flow into it. And do it rough. Put a bit of pressure in it. Get blood flow going to those ears. Remember, you need blood flow all the way up to the tip of the ear. It's really important. Plus the dogs like it. Dogs like it. Oh, is that nice? Is that nice? Is that nice, girl? Is that nice? Right? Because when you notice, the more you do it, the ear will start to stand. But keep them posted. Never post infected ears. If there's any damage, cut around the edges where the dog's had his operation originally, don't post it. Let it heal first. You'll have plenty of time to post it. But you cannot post infected ears, the ones that have got blood around it and smell. Then you are in big trouble. Then I would say seek veterinary advice straight away, making sure that there's no infections, get it cleaned up. Also, what I guess nobody else is going to ever tell you this, I learned this from a vet in Holland, is blue milk, normal blue milk. If a dog's got an infection on the end of its tail, for instance, or in its ear, dip it and leave it in blue milk for 5 minutes. It kills the bacteria deep inside the wound. And I know it works because I've done it with my own dog's tail, where she had this happy tail and she split the end of the tail. I tried all the vets, tried all the creams, tried this, that and the other. Nothing worked. She kept splitting it, because it had a deep infection. 1 week of the blue milk cleared it up completely. Then I told another lady who had, her dog had to have an operation on her stomach. And again, she tried the blue milk, kept dabbing it in the milk, and she said it healed really, really quick. So there's a little tip for you, a home remedy tip. I know what you think of that. That's not bad, eh? It's not bad, eh? Sounds good. Yeah. And smell your dog's ears. Does it smell okay? Yeah. Get in there, have a good smell of them. Yeah. Good girl. Because if it smells funky, it could very well be infected. Lift the ear up. Always get it clean. Baby wet wipe or something like that. Get your finger. Give it a good clean in there. Look, give it a good clean. Remember, and this is much worse if you use the likes of backer rods or things like that inside the ears, because it lets no airflow into the inside of the ear, so it can create a lot of gunk. Now this dog is, I'm not using backer rods with this dog because the backer rod method will not work for this dog. Hence the reason the stents and the brace. 99% of dogs I will use the backer rod method, but not for this dog. Such a good girl, eh? Such a good girl, yes, that was good. Good. Yeah, finished. Thanks guys. Look after your cropped Dobermans. They're beautiful natural, but they're also beautiful cropped. If you've got them cropped, you know, you have a responsibility to look after them. You asked for a cropped dog. It's your responsibility to make sure that it's the breeders and your responsibility to make sure that the ears stand, that they never have to go through a second operation. That's if it doesn't work the first time, never put your dog through a second operation. It's not fair. Good girl.